In the construction and industrial world, there are two categories of work that require completely different safety protocols: hot work and cold work. Today, we are breaking down the critical differences between hot work and cold work, the hazards associated with each, and the specific safety controls and permits required. Whether you are a construction worker, supervisor, or safety professional, understanding these distinctions could save lives. Let's start with hot work. Definition: hot work is any work that generates heat, sparks, or flames during the process. Real-world examples: hot work includes welding, joining metal using heat; gas cutting, cutting metal with a torch flame; grinding, using power tools that create sparks; soldering, joining with molten metal; brazing, joining with a filler metal; flame heating, heating metal with an open flame. Any of these activities can ignite flammable materials nearby, making hot work exceptionally hazardous. The main hazards associated with hot work are: 1. Fire risk. Sparks and flames can travel up to 35 feet away from the work area. They can easily ignite combustible materials like wood, paper, oil, gas, or paint. 2. Explosions. In confined spaces or areas with flammable vapors or gas, the combination of heat and ignitable materials can cause explosions, often fatal. 3. Burns. Direct contact with hot metal, flames, or sparks causes severe burns. Workers and nearby personnel are at risk. Toxic fumes. Welding and other hot work release toxic fumes including carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, ozone, metal fumes, zinc, lead, cadmium. These can cause long-term respiratory damage and acute poisoning. To safely conduct hot work, a hot work permit is absolutely required. What's a hot work permit? A hot work permit is an official authorization document that verifies all safety precautions are in place before hot work begins. Key PPE focus for hot work: 1. Fire watch and firefighting equipment. Have a dedicated fire watch person monitoring the area during and for at least 30 to 60 minutes after work. Ensure fire extinguishers are readily available. Have water hoses or other firefighting equipment on standby. 2. Remove cover combustibles. Remove all flammable materials from the work area. Cover any immovable combustibles with fire-resistant blankets or barriers. Establish a minimum perimeter, typically 35 feet, where combustibles must be cleared. Gas testing confined spaces. Before welding or hot work in confined spaces, test the atmosphere for oxygen levels and flammable gases. Ensure proper ventilation. Continuously monitor during the work. 4. Proper ventilation. Ensure adequate ventilation to remove toxic fumes. Use local exhaust ventilation systems when possible. Wear respiratory protection if ventilation is insufficient. 5. Additional controls. Inspect all equipment before use. Use proper personal protective equipment, flame-resistant clothing, welding helmet, safety glasses, gloves, steel-toed boots. Have a safety briefing with all personnel. Never leave hot work unattended. Cool down the work area before leaving. Now, let's talk about cold work. Definition: cold work is any work that does not generate heat, sparks, or flames. Real-world examples: painting, applying coatings without heat; cleaning, surface preparation; bolting, fastening with bolts and nuts; scaffolding, temporary structures for access; excavation, digging and earth movement; manual handling, moving materials by hand; insulation, applying thermal or acoustic insulation. While cold work doesn't have the immediate fire hazard of hot work, it carries its own set of risks. The main hazards associated with cold work include chemical exposure. Many cold work activities involve chemicals, paint, solvents, cleaning agents that can cause skin irritation or burns, respiratory issues, long-term health effects from chronic exposure. 2. Manual handling injuries. Lifting, carrying, and moving materials incorrectly leads to back injuries, muscle strains, joint damage. 3. Slips, trips, and falls. Wet surfaces, debris, uneven terrain, and cluttered work areas cause accidents. 4. Falling objects. Working at height or with stacked materials risks head injuries from falling items. 5. Dust exposure. Grinding, cutting, or cleaning without protection exposes workers to harmful dust particles. Number 6. Electrical hazards. Power tools and equipment pose electrocution risks, especially in wet conditions. While cold work doesn't require a hot work permit, it often requires a cold work permit, a risk assessment document that identifies hazards and control measures. Key PPE, focus and controls for cold work. 1. Risk assessment. Identify all hazards before starting work, assess exposure levels and risk severity, determine appropriate controls, document the assessment. 2. Good housekeeping. Keep work areas clean and organized. Remove tripping hazards immediately. Store materials safely and securely. Manage waste properly. 3. Safe lifting techniques. Bend at the knees, not the back. Keep loads close to your body. Avoid twisting while lifting. Use mechanical assistance when possible, forklifts, hoist. Know your weight limits. 4. Ventilation for dust and chemicals. Use extraction systems for dust generating work. Ensure chemical fumes are properly ventilated. Provide respiratory protection if ventilation is inadequate. Use local exhaust ventilation near the source. 5. Tool inspection and barriers. Inspect all tools and equipment before use. Ensure cords and plugs are in good condition. Use ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs, for electrical tools. Maintain proper guards on power tools. Use barriers and warning signs in work areas. Conclusion. Hot work demands intensive fire prevention measures, constant vigilance, and strict permit requirements. Cold work requires thorough risk assessment, proper housekeeping, safe practices, and appropriate PPE. Question for you: what type of work do you encounter most in your role? Comment below and share your safety experience. If this video helped you understand hot work and cold work safety better, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to HSE Insights, and share it with your team.